Ladies and gentlemen, you know I've been real critical of Melvin Bradley Mathias, and I think he's earned it. I think he deserves for every Lions fan to be critical of him because he has neglected the pass rush position, specifically the defensive end. And what we're going to do now is we are going to chronicle the chronicles of the D end position and what Brad has decided to do at that position. We're going to look at free agency and we're going to look at the draft, and we're going to see how many of those people, and right now it's coming to, we see the problem. I've seen this problem since 2022, and I don't think Brad has. But you know what? He doesn't care. He literally said the fans care more about it. We are on the good old reliable Wikipedia. All right. I pretty much trust when it comes to this because I know who used to play for our team, so if a name seems fishy. We're going to look at the pass rush position, specifically defensive end. This is from the 2021 NFL season. We're going to look at the free agent additions, and we're going to look at the NFL draft. Now, 2021, I will give him a pass because we sucked. He was in a hole from Matt Patricia with the money situation and the draft picks. Let's not forget that we traded for an edge rusher named Everson Griffin with one of those picks, and that's why Brad and Dan were down a pick. Let's look. In 2021, we signed a bunch of guys. Some names on there you might remember: Josh Hill, Tyrell Williams, Jamal Williams, Tim the Trash Man Boyle, Brashard Perriman, Randy Bullock, Khalif Raymond, still on the team, Damon Ratley, Alexander Zaloni, still on the team, Corn Elder, I remember making videos about him, Quentin Dunbar, Dean Malone, Darren Fales, remember him? Elijah Holder, Charlie T, Darren, who's been backing on our team a couple times, and Price. Okay, cool. Let's keep going down. We don't care who left. The NFL draft. We took not a single edge rusher. Not a single edge rusher did we take. So if you look at the draft and you look at free agency, we're not a single edge rusher. Unbelievable. Let me make sure I'm looking at that right. Okay, that's 2021. That's the year that I'll give him a pass. Now, if I go up here, I should be able to fast forward to the next season. Let's look at 2022 when we drafted Aiden Hutchinson. Let's go down and see who we re-signed. Chris Board, remember him? DJ Chark. Mike Hughes, I remember him. Gerard Davis, you remember that? Garrett Griffin, Deshaun Elliott. Shout out to Deshaun Elliott. Wind up playing some very good football for us. And after that, Justin Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you see? What do you see? Not a single edge rusher was signed in free agency. Let's go down to the draft. We had the number 2 pick in the draft. We took Aiden, Jamison Williams, Josh Pascal. Ding, 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 ding. We take an edge rusher, finally. Outside of this dude who was a no-brainer. He was a no-brainer. Let's keep going. Up. So right now, at this moment, and I'm getting upset now looking at it because it's even worse than I thought. Two defensive ends. Crazy, bro. And we drafted both of them, and one was fighting cancer. Shout out to Josh. Win the fight, bro. Let's go to 2023. Let's keep on going down. Let's see. Who did we bring in? Additions. C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Remember that? Still got your ski mask. Graham Glasgow. Marvin Jones. Mac McCain. Okay, Jake McQuaid. David Montgomery. Massive signing. Emmanuel Mosley. Jalen Reeves-Maben. Cameron Sutton. Where's the D-line at, bro? Not only the D-end, but the D-line, period. Not a nan one. Not a one, bro. Crazy. Let's go down to the draft. We take Jahmyr Gibbs at 12. Jack Campbell, Sam Laporta, Brian Branch, Hendon Hooker. Oh, there we go. We're not even going to look at the UDFAs because nobody cares. They barely make teams. Okay? Broderick Martin, traded up. Broderick Martin. Oh, boy. Traded 139. What did we trade? Wow. This is what we gave up, I believe, for Broderick. Kobe Sorsdahl, Antoine Green, And that's it. That's it. So we're not even going to care about the UDFAs. So you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? We're 3 years in. We have 2 defensive ends on this team. That's insane. I don't want to hear it about UDFAs because, like I said, they don't really matter. James Houston should be somewhere on here. Where's James at? This was the James Houston draft. Did I miss him? Hold on. Let me go down because I want to make sure I give James. Oh, James Houston was in 2022. So that's James. Let me see what James was. I think James was a DN. So we'll say 3. I'll give him that because I completely missed him. I completely missed James Houston in 2022. All right. He's not on the team anymore. Let's go down. And outside of his rookie season, the fluke season, made little impact. Got hurt the next year, got cut the year after that, eventually. Let's go to 20. Now we're sitting in 2024. Let me see. What did we do in the offseason? What did we do? Okay, so we bring in a guard. We bring in a wide receiver. We bring in a linebacker, Matthew Betts. Oh, remember him? The guy that had the most sacks in the CFL? Marcus Davenport. Well. What do you know? What do you know, man? Wait, am I reading this right, y'all? Please tell me if I'm missing this because I need to know. Is Marcus Davenport the first recorded defensive end that we signed in free agency? Am I missing something? Is Marcus Davenport the first defensive end that we signed in free agency under Brad and Dan? Let me know if I'm missing something. Carlton Davis, Parker, Amik, DJ Reader, Zeitler, Caden. That's it. That's it. Let's go down to the draft. We drafted Terrion Arnold. We drafted Ennis Rakestraw. We drafted Giovanni Manu. We drafted Sione Vaki. We drafted Makai Wingo. DT. I told y'all that he had a defensive tackle designation. Christian Mahogany. This is crazy, bro. When you look at it, it's even worse. That is crazy. Now let's go to this year. So as of this moment, heading into 2025, Marcus Davenport was the only free agent defensive end that we signed. Because don't forget, Matthew Betts didn't make the roster. And they had him as a linebacker in the NFL. Remember they was trying to play him as linebacker? They was trying to have him cover in Detroit. And 2025 additions: Ronnie Bell, Roy Lopez, DJ Reed, Grant Stewart, bada boom, bada bing, quarterback, CB, wide receiver, Raquan Williams. That brother ain't even on the team. He ain't nowhere to be found. That's crazy. Do y'all remember him? I don't at all. Dog. And Tyrus Wheat. So it took Brad Holmes. We got Andre Carter. Took him off a practice squad. He never took a snap for the team on the active roster. So in Brad Holmes, and let's go down to the draft and let's finish this. Let's finish this. Let's finish it. Tyleek Williams, defensive tackle. Tate Ratledge, guard. Isaac Tesla. Look at what we gave up for Isaac. It's crazy. Miles Frazier, Ahmed Hassanin. That's it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why maybe you'll understand now. This is crazy. I knew this already, but going back down memory lane makes it seem even worse. So, in the 5 years that Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell have been general manager and coach of the Detroit Lions, according to our research, the first defensive end that they signed in free agency was Marcus Davenport, and he was coming off a season-ending injury. That makes it even worse. I did not even recall that. I have been saying he does not give a fart about the pass rush, and now specifically the defensive end, and now it's been proven that in total, between the draft and free agency, If you throw in the linebacker designation, he has signed maybe 6 to 7 defensive ends, if you include James Houston. So when I say that Brad Holmes has failed this team, this is what we're talking about. This is crazy. You're not going to win a Super Bowl if you can't get to the quarterback. Maybe Brad Holmes ain't the man we thought he was.